What's up, metalheads? I'm Jamie. This is the Blades and EDC channel, and today I want to show you guys some knives that you're going to be seeing a little more of on the channel. These knives have been sent in to me to review, check out, and use for content. There's some pretty good ones here that I think you guys are going to like. First one up is the Wiha Bits. Very, very nice knife. Handled it very little so far, but what I have felt so far, I really like it. Beautiful knife too, absolutely gorgeous. Wiha does really good work, really good work. Yeah, front flipping action's really good in this one. One thing I do notice right off the bat though, lock bar is a little stiff. It's not terrible, but it is a little stiff. Alright, that is the Wiha Bits. Next up is a big boy that I didn't know if I'd like or not, and I've barely handled this so far, but we shall see. The SOCOM Bravo, Microtech SOCOM Bravo. This one has a lot of controversy around it because it was OEM'd by Reich Knives in China, but my goodness, you talk about drop shoddy. It's a guillotine, no doubt about it. Beefy too, very beefy, heavy knife. Curious about the weight on this. I'm not going to check it though. When I do my review, I'll check it. Fantastic action though. It's got that big fuller in there. I guess that's just a blood fuller because you can't reverse flick with it. It's basically a thumb stud only knife. But man, it works really well with thumb studs. The SOCOM Bravo. Next up is a very interesting knife. Quiet Carry Drift. This one's like completely rust proof with all the materials used on it. Benex steel. Feels very good in hand too. I like the way they finish these titanium scales for sure. I don't know what kind of finish that is, but it feels really good. This thing has great action too, and this is on washers. It's lightweight, very lightweight. This is a great EDC knife right here. I've not handled it hardly at all yet, but I can already tell you this is probably about as good of an EDC knife as you're going to get. You don't have to worry about rust. It's lightweight, great action. With washers, you don't have to worry about crap getting in there like with bearings. Next up, we have the Pina Apache, I believe this one is called. Yeah, this one has a disappearing flipper. I'm going to do a disassembly on this one because I want to see where that flipper goes. Doesn't come out the bottom. I see it up in there. It doesn't appear like it's attached to the blade. I don't quite understand this knife, but I'm going to understand it. I'm definitely going to disassemble it. I want to know how they're doing that and why aren't more companies doing it. It's so nice not to have a flipper there. With this blade shape, it's not, because of the shape of the blade, it's not as important on this. But on certain blade shapes, like, I don't have any out here right now, but let's just say this had a flipper that stuck way down, it would hit that flipper. You have to really get up high to avoid the flipper. I don't know why you don't see more disappearing flippers, and I want to know how they did that. Where is the flipper? Yeah, interesting. Very interesting. Got to look inside that one and figure out what's going on. Next up is one that y'all have seen many times, not on my channel, but on lots of channels. And again, barely touched this knife so far. This is the Rockwall thumb stud version by Tactile Knife Company. I really like the way they've done the liner lock on this. It feels really good. Works really well. Very lightweight, premium materials, made in the USA. It's one I've considered buying many times. $300 though, it's just like, man, I don't know if it's $300 worthy, but I'm going to find out while I've got it here. And this next one was sent to me because it's one I considered buying many times. This isn't, by the way, none of these knives are for sale, just so you know. These aren't part of the knife sale. But I'm going to try to buy this next one. And I think Craig's going to sell it to me. It's a knife I've considered buying many times on my own. There's two versions of it. There's a carbon fiber version and a titanium version. A carbon fiber liner-like version and a titanium frame-like version. This is the carbon fiber liner-like version. And I think I want both. This is the Kaiser Genie. Oh, the action. Doing this under the camera sucks, but the action on this knife is ridiculously good. It is so good. Probably some of the best front flipping action I've ever felt, honestly. Love this thing. These are readily available too. You can buy these online in carbon fiber or the titanium. I bet the titanium would have a little more weight to it. This one's good for EDC though because it's so lightweight. So lightweight. You got a long blade there. Very thin. It's going to cut really well. I like this knife a lot. A lot. I like it a lot. Alright guys. There you go. A peek at some things that you're going to be seeing on the channel in the very near future. I think I'm going to do a disassembly on this thing pretty soon because I'm really curious. What's going on in there? What have they done to make that work? And why doesn't anyone else do it? Because it seems like it works really well. Is there a downside to it? Action's really good on this thing too. First impressions on all these, which one's my favorite? It's probably going to surprise you because there's some very nice knives here, right? Very nice knives, very expensive knives. I'm going to give you my top two. The runner-up is this little this Pina Apache, believe it or not. That's going to be number two, the runner-up, which should make number one fairly easy for you. But this is just initial impressions. The Genie. I love this thing. I absolutely love this thing. It's so good. Well, I don't want to do that over top the other knives. Sometimes they drop. So good. Doesn't that look good too? It's a good looking knife too. Pocket clip works really well. Titanium backspacer. Great reverse flicking or thumb flicking or front flipping action. Fantastic. Alright guys, let me know what you guys think if you have any of these knives. This is another one that's really interesting to me also, this drift. I don't know what I think about this. This is a big knife. So, this Esprit is also pretty nice. They're all nice. But right now, that's my favorite for sure. Maybe it's because I've bought this knife 10 times. But I was always worried about the ergos with my arthritis. With it being such a small form factor on the handle, how would my knuckles handle it? It's actually pretty good in my hand. It feels pretty comfortable. I'm wondering if the titanium version's any thicker. Fantastic. Alright guys, let me know, like I said, if you have any of these knives, what you think about them. Also let me know which one you'd like to see on the channel first. Find out more information about. And yeah, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. And I will see you guys on the next one.